Hi guys, so in today's video I wanted to give you guys a update on this Leoda Bradashaw case because it just seems to be getting worse and worse. Another person who is believed to have played a role in the murder and abduction of opposition lawmaker Phillip Paulwell's infant daughter and her mother was on Wednesday taken into custody. The Deputy Commissioner of Police, Fitz Bailey, who is in charge of the crime portfolio, made the disclosure Thursday afternoon during a press conference. Bailey said the suspect, who is male, remains in custody and is to go through an administrative process. The senior officer, although pressed for information, said further details will be shared at a later date. Ever since Paula Llewellyn got involved in this case, everything has been very hush-hush and everything has been hiding, in my opinion, that is, because the one guy that was sentenced to playing a part in murdering, abducting, and killing a 9-month-old baby and their mother don't sit right with Jamaican people or people in general. But that's neither here nor there. However, he pledged that all the predators will be brought to book. We are going to ensure that every person who participated in that crime faces justice. We are committed to that as an organization. It is one of the most gruesome crimes that we have ever seen, and we're going to ensure whoever is responsible, it doesn't matter where they hide. The Bible talks about even if you spread your bed in hell or in the utmost part of the sea, we are going to find the person and bring them to justice, he warned. 10-month-old Soraya Paulwell and her mother, 27-year-old Tashana Patterson, were abducted from their home on Glenmore Drive in St. Andrew on September 9th. They were allegedly taken to East Kingston and shot and killed, and their bodies burned. The alleged mastermind, a United States Navy petty officer, Leoda Bradashaw, who is the mother of one of Paulwell's children, was among 4 persons arrested in the connection with the shocking and gruesome crime. She and her cousin, Ronald Balfour, who is also implicated in the murder, remain in custody and are both to return to court on March 6 next year. Bradashaw was charged with 2 counts of each capital murder, conspiracy to murder, kidnapping, and kidnapping conspiracy. Balfour was charged with 2 counts each of accessory before the fact to kidnapping and accessory before the fact to murder. The 2 persons who were arrested have since pleaded guilty and were sentenced. Roshane Miller was sentenced to 7 years and 10 months imprisonment for 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnap, 2 counts of accessory before the fact of murder, and 2 counts of misprision of a felony. Meanwhile, Richard Brown pleaded guilty to 2 counts of murder and was sentenced to 30 years. So one person, Roshane, got 7 years. Richard Brown got 30 years. This is for 2 individuals that abducted, took somebody away, took them to a different location, shot them, killed them, burnt their bodies. And they think, especially public prosecutor Paula Llewellyn, think that is a good enough conviction for that type of crime. And this is where a lot of Jamaicans have a lot of issue with our justice system and with how certain laws are implemented. Because if you plead guilty in Jamaica for murder, especially, you just say, yes, I'm guilty, I'm sorry, I didn't want to waste the prosecution time, they are significantly going to reduce your sentence. And this person that they now have in custody, I want to know what part did they play, because they have not been releasing a lot of information, and We don't know a lot of information about Roshan and the other person that pleaded guilty and why they pleaded guilty. They also have not implicated Leoda in the killing. They just said that they're guilty of a crime. So I want to know, how are they going to bolster their case? How are they going to get their point across, especially during a trial? Because Leoda Bradshaw is maintaining her innocence. And if the two persons that were charged and found guilty and sentenced are not corroborating with the state, I would love to know, how are they going to actually get Leoda to be found guilty in a trial. And since they have found someone else that was involved in this crime, who told them, who is cooperating with them as far as that is concerned, and is there anybody else that they're looking for? Because the statements that Fitz Bailey made, that anyone that is involved in this crime, no matter where you hide, I'm going to find you, suggests that there are more people out there that was involved in this crime. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video here. Like, comment, share, subscribe, leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.